What's up, everybody? This episode is just to give you quick, helpful advice on how to best um, divorce a lead. And divorce a lead meaning that you go through the prospecting process, you go through all the pre-qual questions, right? And it just turns out that they're just not your client, right? They're not fit for your product. They can't afford your product. They don't qualify for your product or your service. There's some reason why they just can't move forward, but they went through the initial process. So you've already invested the time to go through the prospecting and digging, and 30 to 45 minutes later, or after all that, you find out it's just not a good fit. So the absolute best way to divorce or disengage with that particular prospect is, you want to remind them that you went through the right questions versus try to sell them something that they didn't need. And you also went about it the correct way, where there are a lot of other sales agents who work for, let's say, a competitor of yours, who may not be that experienced, to ask them those right questions to help them save the time and to help them avoid paying for something that they didn't need. And when you disclose that to the prospect, they'll appreciate that. They'll be very thankful that you weren't like any other salesman who's just trying to sell anything with a heartbeat, right? So you leverage that by saying, I hope you appreciate that I was able to help you save the time, save the money, save the heartache, but more importantly, help protect you from buying something you don't need. If you know of anyone else who can use this honest, genuine assessment, where I can help them also save time, save money, save headache from buying something that they don't need or they don't necessarily qualify for, please share my information. I just emailed you with all my contact info. Pass it to your friends, your coworkers. This is obviously an important decision, and the last thing you want are those that you care about the most to pay for something they don't need. Have them call me. I'll make sure it's a good fit for them, and if it is, then I'll show them what we can do. If it's not, I can do just like I did for you today and help you save some time, save some money, and save some heartache. And they'll go a long way. They'll appreciate that, but more importantly, you get to network with them, and then have now a chance to revisit that lead. Because the problem is with most sales agents, and if you're doing this right now, that's okay. Fortunately, you're watching this video because now you're gonna know why not to. But once a sales agent figures out that a prospect or a lead just isn't a good fit or doesn't qualify for the product, the attitude changes, the demeanor changes, the tone changes, and what happens is that prospect and that sales agent now leave on a bad note. It leave just like it's like being used. It's like yeah, I don't know. There's an impression that's left, and it's almost like, oh, this guy didn't want to talk to me anymore just because I didn't want to buy his product, or he didn't, he dropped me because he figured out I didn't have good credit, for example. And you don't want to do that, because at some point that person will have good credit. At some point they will be eligible to buy a product. And if you do it right and you leave a good impression, the likelihood of that person calling you back and coming back to you is high. Versus if you left with no interaction, no engagement, no disclosure, saying, hey, when the time is right, I'll call you, or when the time is right, call me. You have to protect your time, and that's the best way to protect your time. So I hope this episode helps. And again, you can catch Sales Remastered on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Website's coming out soon where all the content's going to be centralized, and it's going to be available on everything from your tablet, your smartphone, your computer. It's going to be everywhere. So I'm excited for you guys, and I hope you're excited too. I'll see you later.